Hello doodle friends, today we have my 2021 bullet journal setup. I've been bullet journaling for over a year now, so this is my second year on YouTube having my Plan With Me videos, and I'm really excited I kept up with it. This year I'm going into an A5 Archer and Olive bullet journal. Last year I had a B5, which is to the right. I have a full flip through video if you want to go check that out. That is on my channel, and if I remember I'll put the link in the description. So I'm gonna get started with my A5 journal this year. I went smaller because I felt like the other one was too big and I was always taking so much time trying to fill up each page. So I'm kind of excited that it's smaller, which is insane for me to say because I always advocated about how much I loved having more room. But for this Hello 2021, I would have had to draw it so much bigger to fill up the page in the B5. So for things like this, I really like the A5 journal already. This is not my original design. I found this graphic on Google and I just loved it and had to try it myself. So again, I did not come up with this design myself. By the way, if you want to get your own Archer and Olive journal, I have a 10% off coupon. You can use it as many times as you want. The code is sunflowerchild10. I do not make a commission off of anyone that uses that code. I'm just a true Archer and Olive fan. For this photo of the month, I have the exact size of the pictures I know I'm going to use. I actually use Pic Collage, and they have a 4x6 picture with 8 pictures horizontal, and that is the collage that I use, and I know once I print it out they will fit perfectly in these boxes. And I made a note in pencil of what Pic collage to make and then print it out on a 4x6. And I wanted to also do a picture of the month just for Kinsley. If you've been following, you know I just had my baby girl on December 29th. She'll be 1 month, but I'm just gonna push it, and for January I'm gonna have the 1 month picture, and for February 2 months. That way everything is in this year. I always make my journal fit exactly 1 year because I love just having one journal per year. I don't like finishing halfway through a journal and then starting the new year in that same journal. So what I do is I use as many spreads as I want in the beginning, and at the end I add a few, and then whatever pages I have left I divide that by 12 and make it work for the year. They do say not to limit yourself in bullet journaling, but I like to do what works for me, and I really like it just in one journal for the year. Now the next page I have all about Kinsley, which is my baby girl obviously. And I wanted to track like when she smiled, when she laughed for the first time, rolled over, and all that fun stuff. And then I'm gonna keep a blank page on the right side to add anything else that I want to add about her. With this A5 journal, I'm definitely using the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen all the time because it's the perfect size for this little journal, and you get the perfect brush letters with that pen. I'll put the supplies I use in the description. I use a lot of Tombow dual brush pens, a lot of washi tape from Amazon. I love thin washi tape to use as border lines, make borders around the pages. It's just so easy to work with, and it makes it so pretty. Now I have an All About Liam page, which is my nephew. I'm gonna do a page for all of my nephews, and I have two of them. I have Liam and Mason. Liam is 9 months old right now, and Mason is 2.5. So Kinsley is like 8 months apart from Liam, which is awesome. I've always wanted me and my sister to have kids that are close in age, so it's awesome that our kids are gonna grow up together and gonna have cousins. We didn't have cousins growing up, so we're just so excited to grow our family, and I love spending time with my family, especially my nephews. I'm obsessed with them. If you've noticed, I have a lot of creative journaling pages. The awesome thing about bullet journals is you make it whatever is right for you. So a lot of people do a future log and have like a lot of planning in their bullet journal, but I use my bullet journal more for just an overview of the month and just journaling my thoughts and feelings and just creative pages like these. So if you're looking for planning, a future log is really helpful. If you just Google future log, I have everything planning wise on my Google Calendar. I have automatic alerts set up and everything. So for me, it's not realistic to put everything in my bullet journal for appointments and whatnot, because I rather just have reminders and everything on my phone. I'm not always gonna have my bullet journal. This is my goals page. I'm using Paper Mania brush pens. These are my favorite metallic markers that I own. They're just so juicy and pretty, and the nib is just the perfect size for a brush pen. I've had these pens for a full year, so they don't dry out or anything. I do like to keep all of my pens and markers horizontal. I don't like to stand them up vertically, although a lot of pens can be stood up vertically. I prefer to put them horizontal because it really prevents them from drying out. And I'm gonna fill in the rest of the goals later on because I'm not sure what I want to put there yet. I'm having a page dedicated for my business, Sunflower Child Designs. If you didn't know, I have a website and a blog and everything, and I'm really trying to get that going, and I sell printables. But I left most of that page blank because I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. We're on to a very simple self-care page. I wanted to keep it very minimal for self-care ideas that I know I will actually do, because one time I had a self-care page with like a million ideas and then it just became overwhelming and I never really did any of them. But this is a list of ones that I like to do often, and I can check them off when I do them, or just leave it like a list and never actually check them off and just look at it as a reference. I originally drew this double border, but then I realized I was just going to use a thin washi tape as the border because it's easier and it's pretty. For this places traveled, I'm being very optimistic because I just had a baby and COVID, you know, I mean, you can still travel, but I highly doubt we're really going to go anywhere. But maybe we'll have like a local family trip and I'll just have a journal entry on this page. Normally I get to write like so many places traveled because I normally go on a cruise that goes to at least like 4 or 5 locations, but this year that definitely is not going to happen, but that is okay. This is the perfect time to have a baby, actually. Now we're on to my body tracker. I love tracking like my weight loss every year, and especially just because I had my baby, I have like 20 more pounds to lose, so I definitely want to get on that. Currently, I'm still not allowed to work out yet because it's only been 2 weeks, but I have a workout journal and I'm gonna make a full workout journal flip through because I made this really cute bullet journal just for working out, and I'm so excited to show you guys. For the right side, I should have put the measuring chart right under measure and then the quote underneath all of that at the very bottom, but I thought of that too late, but that's okay. And I'm using a super skinny washi tape for these lines. It seems very tedious, but if you've been following along, you know I use that all the time. It's actually meant for your nails. It's for nail art. That's how thin it is. But last year I always used this same washi tape as the calendar lines in all of my calendars because I have so many different colors and whatnot. And then I just did a few workout doodles at the bottom and added some circles and some color. I made a note of where to measure for the bust and legs and whatnot because I never know what part of the leg to measure, so I wanted to make sure I was measuring the same part of my leg every single time. This next page is the last time I kept this super basic because I wasn't feeling very creative for this page, so I didn't really make it pretty. I'm gonna make it prettier at a later time. And I haven't really filled it out. I have more to add to this, but it's just really a reminder to do certain things. I'll probably look at it every month or so. I'm selling this printable in my shop. I have so many printables, but this is just a books read. Printables make bullet journaling so easy if you don't have time to create all these pages, but being able to print it out on sticker paper and putting it in your journal is awesome because you can still make it your own journal, or you could just print it out on US letter paper or A5 paper and have a ring binder. I hear a lot of people end up going to the ring binder so you can move and arrange pages, but for some reason I just can't get on board with the ring binder. I like having just a bullet journal with pages that don't come out. I tried doing a ring binder a few years ago and it just wasn't for me. I'm gonna have so much fun this year with this wine rating page. Me and my husband are gonna rate different wines from the store, and that is gonna be my joy for the year because I love wine. And we're not really gonna be doing too much since we have a baby and COVID will still be around and whatnot. If I could go back, I would put this next to the other Kinsley pages, but I came up with this later on, so I couldn't. This is just going to be like a monthly update of what she's doing. Yeah, not a picture or anything, just a little journal entry about her. And I messed up and added a pink line here, but I'm going over it with a white gel pen. It's not 100% fixed, but it helps. And so I used a ruler to make these boxes perfect because I'm terrible at drawing lines. And then I'm adding a drop shadow in a dark gray color. And then I'm adding some flowers to spice it up a little bit. And I actually think this is kind of my favorite spread so far. It's so simple. It's just boxes and some vines, but I think it came out so cute and I love the lettering. It's going to be so fun visiting this page every month and just seeing how much she's grown. She's only 2 weeks right now and she's already gained a pound. Like, she's already grown so much. She's already gaining more head control, so it's going to be insane to see how much she grows and changes in 1 year. It's insane. And I just added some green to the leaves and added the month at the top of each box. Now we're on to the moon calendar page. This is also available in my shop. In my shop, I like to use the XActo cutting method. That way all the stickers stay on the same sheet, and I actually have a full tutorial on how to cut stickers like this. If you use printable stickers a lot, it is so helpful just to use an XActo knife, and it's really easy and saves you a ton of time and prevents your hands hurting because you're not using scissors to cut the stickers out. I love to keep track of the moon and the moon phases, so I came up with this printable for myself, of course, and then I added it to my shop. And then I also created this birthdays by Zodiac signs because I love tracking people's birthdays, but I love doing it by their Zodiac sign, so that's also available in my shop. Now that's it for the beginning spreads, but I did add a few spreads at the end of my journal. So we're gonna skip over towards the end of the journal, and I created a lot of printables, so I wanted to create a spread to track all the printables that I'm creating. And then on the right side, I actually washi taped a piece of notebook paper in there because I want to be able to just like chicken scratch in there, write whatever I want, but I don't want it to stay in my bullet journal, so I can just throw it away when I'm done with it and check everything off, or add a new page in there. And then I added a little spread to track all my business things. It's a very simple page. And then I wanted to add my 2 dogs in there. I haven't added them in my bullet journal yet, so it's definitely fitting to finally put them in my journal. And I'm gonna have a little picture of each of my dogs. I have 2 dogs, a boy Taz and a girl Maggie, And then I penciled in right here the best of 2021 because I'll do that at the end of 2021. I like that to be the last page. So we are on to the final flip through. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I have a bunch of freebies on my website, a ton of printables to help you in your bullet journal journey and all that kind of fun stuff. I used to post videos every week, but now I post all my Plan With Me videos when I can. I have a baby now and it's so hard to keep up with every week, but I'm definitely on there posting my Plan With Me videos. So make sure you subscribe, and thanks for hanging out and have a wonderful day. And don't forget, do not stress about your bullet journal. So many people get stressed to like mess it up, but it's really fun to look back and see how far you have progressed in your bullet journal. All right, well, that's it for today. Have a good day.